Hey, what's happening, YouTubers? I'm back with another unboxing video. I know this one is shortly after the Professor Hulk basic figure review, but this was another figure I was stoked to get and I was looking for as well. It's the Spider-Man Far From Home Marvel's Mysterio basic figure. I just found this at my local Walmart today, and if you want to find it in your area, here's the bottom for the UPC code. And on the back, it's a little read-up on Mysterio. Feel free to pause it if you want to read, along with the other basic figures in line. I have the Molten Man and the Stealth Suit Spidey. And without further ado, let's get started on the unboxing. Ooh. Okay, so right out of the packaging, here we have Marvel's Mysterio, or I'm just going to call him Mysterio. I guess they have to brand it that way because of other Mysterio trademarks out there. But whatever. And when we take a look at the figure, the detailing they put in this is amazing. Just the different sculpts from the gauntlets on his hand to his cape. Even to like his midsection, that is incredible. It's almost up to standards like Marvel Legends in terms of sculpt. Even the cape, if you look at the inner lining, there's detailings inside there. Not quite sure what those lights are. I'm sure we'll find out when the movie comes out. But man, they did a good job with this Mysterio figure. You can even rotate his head, which is pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie though, I'm not too familiar with Mysterio's character in terms of the comics. I only know based off of the animated series about his character, but apparently there's this rumor going around there that I think Marvel has said that he's supposed to be a hero and not a villain, but you know there's going to be some kind of plot twist in there. And even take a look at the legs and the back, the different paint apps they put on the back of the figure where they could have just skipped it, they still went through with it. And you saw there was like a little peg hole for his cape. The only thing I will say about this figure, though, is his feet are a little warped because the way it was positioned in the packaging, so the way he stands up is a little difficult. So just make sure when you get one, take a look at the feet, just make sure it's straight so you're able to stand it up correctly. And the other one I saw there in the store, because there's two actually, I think there's one in every box, but the one I saw had a little bit of paint defect. But anyways, I'm really happy with this figure. What we'll do now is we're going to go ahead and place this back here, and we're going to take a look at his accessory that he comes with. It kind of reminds me of the Doctor Strange one from the basic hero line. And in here on the box, it shows that this is supposed to go inside the little peg hole. But if you notice, the accessory is a little bit bigger than the peg hole. So you kind of have to like press hard against it for it to go in. And right there. And then you'll see the little handle that you can put. The handle is pretty big as well. You can go on either hand. I'm going to try putting it on his right hand first. And actually, it might be too big. I don't know. I'll try it on the left hand then. I could be wrong. I just don't feel like pressing up against the right hand. So, yeah, to me, it's just easier to put on his left hand. And that's what he looks like with that little special effect, which is pretty cool. Just got to bend it back there. There we go. Now, to be honest with you, that looks cool and all. I prefer it without this little shooting piece. Because from what I remember in the trailer, he had both of them in both hands. I wish there was two. But overall, pretty good accessory. And now for some scale size comparisons. Here is that Marvel's Mysterio from Far From Home next to the Thanos basic figure line from Endgame. And I guess they can kind of scale well together. Next is the Mysterio next to the Captain Marvel Legends from the Kree Sentry Build-A-Figure line. And you can see he doesn't scale well with Marvel Legends. And if you remember from the Far From Home trailer, they described him as a hybrid between Iron Man and Thor. Here he is next to the Marvel Legends Iron Man Mark 50 and Thor from the Infinity War wave. And the last scale size comparison is that Marvel's Mysterio next to Doctor Strange, who has a similar accessory to Mysterio's. And it's interesting to me that I don't know what it is with the Spider-Man basic figures, but they seem to make them shorter than all the other lines. I don't understand why that is. Come on, Hasbro. But overall, YouTubers, this has been one of my favorite basic figures just in terms of detailing and sculpt. There's so much work put into it, which I appreciate. My only gripe is the scaling. It doesn't seem to scale well with the other basic figures. Same goes for the Stealth Suit Spidey, which is doable because he's shorter than the other Avengers. But I really wish they would have made Mysterio a little bit taller. Overall, though, pretty happy with this figure. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and let me know what you think about the upcoming Marvel Studios Spider-Man Far From Home movie. Do you think Mysterio is going to be a good guy or end up having some sort of plot twist where he becomes a villain? Anyway, sound off in the comments below and be sure to check out my Instagram at PackPhotos. Peace.